Good day, beloveds. Well, where does one start? I guess you start at the beginning. And the beginning is just me. I'm Paula, by the way. And this is just me, having something to share and wanting to put something out there. If I mumble and stumble over my words and not get this quite right, this is my first video. But I told myself, no matter how I stumble and blah, 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 I'm going to do this. Okay? So if you've come across this video and you hear this woman just mumbling and rambling about, this is just me trying to be authentic in knowing that I've got a message to share, or rather I've got something to share, and it might not be much, but I realized that there were certain things that I went through my whole life. And for some reason, I came through certain things. I went, and looked for answers in books, in other people, in religion, in other people's opinion of what they think I should do in that certain situation. And all throughout all my being and living and learning, I always wanted to know, isn't there somebody that can just mentor me? Isn't there somebody that I can just learn from? Isn't there somebody that can just tell me what I need to do in this specific situation? And I've realized since I grew up, from childhood up until through my adolescent years, my teenage years, my young adult life, getting married, becoming a mother, becoming a grandmother, all of those things are stages in my life that I realized that I've done something. I had questions about a lot of things. This was just my nature of everything. I questioned everything. In every stage of my life, I had questions about, what is this? Why am I here? Why am I processing what I'm processing so deeply? Why am I feeling so deeply? Is everything such a shamble? Why can't I just make sense of life? Why can't I just make sense of things? And here and there, I realized that I've come through everything. I made mistakes, if that is what we can call growing, because when I look back now, over 45 years of living, I realized that every mistake was a growth process. It was just like an injection into my growth. And I realized, you know what? There's something in me that just wished that when I was at the place where I needed advice, where I needed somebody to just help me get through this, I didn't have a mentor. And for some reason, I felt alone. I felt very alone throughout my journeys. And I've experienced many things. And maybe not as much as I will still have to experience or go through or deal with as I go forward in my life. But what I realize is that where I am now and where I've been, I have learned a lot. And my heart is just to reach out to people out there who is maybe feeling or finding themselves in the same position. And to be honest, when I got the internet and started YouTubing and reading blogs and all of that, I realized that everything that I'm going through, all the questions that I have, and the answers that I needed to it, there are people out there that does have answers. And that does have answers to my specific need. And I realized that if that is the case, then what I went through, somebody else might benefit from. And that is the only reason why I will be sharing these videos, just so that if there's some questions that you will have, something that you need to work out, no matter what it might be. I believe that as a woman, I've dealt with so many things over the years, and that I am right now at the place where I realize, okay, I need to give myself or cut myself some slack and give myself just, some benefit of the doubt in all of this, because I really did overcome a lot of things. Things that I thought I would never be overcome. Changes in my life that I made. Changes that I never thought I would be able to make. And today I can stand almost at a place where I say, okay, a lot of people will say, oh, but anybody can grow, within 45 years. Everybody can grow to a certain point. But I realized there are 20 somethings, 30 somethings, people that are in their 30s and 20s that has learned and knows so much and has come into a wisdom of such depth that I'm learning from them. So I don't think age has got anything to do with growth. I don't think life needs to happen to you in a certain time frame for you to have answers to anything. That is why I open up myself to learn from everybody. And that is what I'm doing. I'm learning from everybody. And I've learned and I've opened myself up to learn from. I am learning even from my 1-year-old grandson. And that is for me such a privilege to be able to be open like that, knowing that I can learn from anybody. So this video might just be out there, yes, as a sign that I am putting myself out there. It's the first time, but also that, asking you and whoever you are out there, if there is something that you need to know regarding a situation in your life, no matter what it might be, I would ask you to open up yourself to learn. Open up yourself to learn from anything and everybody, no matter who they are, no matter what their political view is, no matter what their social view is, economic view, financial view, their religious views, no matter where they come from. Open up yourself to be able to learn from anybody, because I realized the day I opened up myself and said, I will throw my net out 360 degrees in this life, and I want to learn from anything and everybody. And the day I did that, I learned, but then I realized how changes started happening in my life. All the changes that I wanted, all the changes that I didn't want, everything I wanted to play out in my life, everything I did not want to be played out in my life, everything came together somehow. Yes, there's a whole shitload of things that I still have to work through, but at the end of the day, there's clarity. There's this, I can see the light somehow in the tunnel. I just hope it's not a train, but anyway. But things are better. I've got a better disposition. There's just this sense of, okay, I'm not quite sure where I'm going, but I'm at a place where I can trust myself more now. Because of where I'm going. So if there's anything that anybody can take from this video that I'm making now, my first ever attempt, and I'm just going to throw it out there, is that stay encouraged, stay focused in what you want, and don't worry and don't sweat too much about the small stuff. Stay focused and open up and learn from everybody and anybody, no matter who they are. No matter who told you to stay away from those people and those people and those people. You go to everybody and you take from every person and you learn from everybody. Because at the end of the day, what I believe brings us out to the other end of life, and to the other end is that we realize that we come to the place where we realize that we are one, that we are not separate. And that factions and clubs and cliques and societies and systems are all formed to create separateness. And that we realize that at the end of the day, we are not separate. We are all one. And it's only when we come into that realization of the oneness that we are able to just get the courage to stand up and move forward. And I would just ask you to come with me on this journey. And I share with you what I come across, what I've learned. Yes, and then we take it from there. So come along with me on this journey, and I wish you all of the best until my next video. Stay well.